What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D, enjoying a bit of this evening air, getting in some more of my 10,000 steps. Let's talk. Let's talk about haters. Let's talk about Mr. Beast haters. So we all know who Mr. Beast is. He is a guy that has done very well for himself on this platform. He is extremely successful. Saying he's extremely successful, even that's an understatement. The guy has confirmed that he is a billionaire. He says on paper, though, he keeps less than $1 million in his actual bank account. I get it. He says he dumps everything back into his business. That's a very smart move. You'll find that most guys that are making a lot of money and they're like grinding, working towards something, they are taking the money that they earn and dumping it back into the business. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you'll get haters that no matter what you do, they have something bad to say about it, critical to say about it, just some hate. I was just watching a guy, this dude made a whole video just basically trying to discredit Mr. Beast's, charity work that he does. I mean, this is a guy who had brought water to a village, set up, for them to have water, working water. This is a guy who set up for one to have electricity. This is a guy who made it so that, 1,000 people or whatever, he paid for them to get eye surgery, to have sight. I mean, this guy really be making changes, like real world changes. He don't just be talking about it. He get out there and do stuff. But because he makes money doing it, it's a problem. So he's supposed to do stuff like this and he can't make any money on the back end. How do y'all think he's paying for this stuff? I mean, if he doesn't monetize the videos of him doing this stuff, then there's no more charitable stuff in the future. You always got some brokey sitting up hating on the success of somebody that's just doing everything that they couldn't. I mean, you hating on him, talking about he's not as charitable of a guy as he seems because he has become a billionaire. But then I'm like, you talking about his accomplishments and trying to downplay them. Not once have you said anything about what you've done, though. I mean, what have you done? While you're trying to downplay his philanthropy, where's yours? What charities have you donated to? What people have you put money or food or whatever into their lives? It's always somebody that ain't doing shit that has the most to say about the movers and the shakers that are actually getting stuff done. He was pointing out some thumbnail that Mr. Beast had used, and it was like an ex-African slave. So he made an AI thumbnail of an ex-African slave, and he's grinning in the thumbnail. And he was basically saying that he was racist for this. What the heck? This same guy, mind you, if he would have used a real African slave in that thumbnail, he would have had a problem with that. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't with these people. They always got something to complain about. They always got some shit to say. And the amazing thing is, for as much as they have to say, they're never doing anything. Instead of sitting up here criticizing this man's work, why aren't you out doing something? I mean, he claims to be such a great guy himself, whatever. Put your money where your mouth is. Oh, well, I don't make enough YouTube revenue in order to do this and that. Okay, well, figure out how to make more YouTube revenue to do this and that. That'd be a better use of your time doing that than sitting up here hating on somebody that already doing way more than you do. This man in one video alone, just one of the videos of him doing an act of service for a underserved or underdeveloped community. In one video, he's done more in terms of philanthropy than you have in your whole life, but you want to put yourself above him in terms of being a do-gooder. It's just crazy to me. And why? Because he became a billionaire doing it. It's just crazy, man. Some of these people, you know, he was one of those anti-capitalists. So do with that information what you will. I mean, right out the gate when he said that, because he said that pretty early in the video, I kind of knew that the guy was going to be a bit of a moron. You know, I don't want to insult him, whatever, but I mean, yeah, he kind of was a bit of a moron. So when he said that, I was like, I see where this is going to go. And then he was talking about there's no way to become a billionaire ethically or whatever. So just policing how this man makes money, criticizing how this man makes money. Listen, this is a guy who said 10 years ago his mom's van needed repairs and she was stressing out about how she was going to get those repairs done. And he went from that to being the biggest YouTuber, like the biggest channel on the platform. Bro, what are we talking about, man? Instead of celebrating this man's accomplishments, instead of trying to figure out what ideas you can borrow from him to maybe propel yourself forward, you sitting up here hating on this man's accomplishments. I don't know about that, man. Like, really. I don't know nothing about Mr. Beast. Never met him. Probably never will. I don't know if he's a good guy or not. But I don't think that matters. He can be the worst type of human, right? Toxic or whatever y'all want to call it. It does not change the fact that the guy is doing all types of good stuff. You can say, oh, you know, he is what? He's not a nice guy. He talks to people bad, or he hurts people's feelings, whatever. Just none of this stuff can discredit what the guy actually does. So because he may have said something a bit not so nice and it hurt somebody's feelings, he could have worded it more gently. Bro, who cares? The guy is for real a mover and a shaker. And you know what? That separates people who get stuff done versus people who don't. When you got a clear purpose, when you got goals that you're trying to meet, you're going to have to break a few eggs to make that omelet, man. I mean, when you're trying to rally people together and make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do, you can't always be the nicest guy. Now, I'm not saying he's this way. I'm saying that if he is, I get it. But that was just interesting to me, man. Like, you got the biggest YouTuber on the platform. And of course he gonna have haters, because when you reach any level of success, you're gonna have haters. So I'm not surprised that he got haters. I guess what really surprised me was the haters' mentality was so flawed. The stuff they're trying to pick apart to try to paint him as being a shitty guy doesn't work. It doesn't fly. You're trying to force a narrative on this guy just because you don't like that he's further ahead in life than you are. I could never do that, man. Anybody that's further ahead in life than I am, I try to take what they have done and see if I can implement some of it into my own life. It may work, it may not work, but it's better to try than just hating on motherfuckers. I'm gonna leave it there though, man. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace.